Welcome back. You are looking at my front landscape. And what you are looking right now is some lovely green hanging plants because I forgot what its name is, but I love this. The thing that's funny is it's an indoor plant that does much better outside by the front of my house. And what it's hanging on is a persimmon tree. This persimmon tree was planted about 6 years ago. It was about 4 feet high and it had no fruit. And right now there are plenty of fruits. And in fact, there were so many that it broke off. Probably 100 had to be trashed because they were way too green. But now they're good to go. And I had to cut it off because everything to the left was basically in our way. So it looks kind of unusual, but it's still propagating quite well. And this right here is my tangerine tree. It's a dwarf one, and I've had it for about 8 years. Um, and in the 8 years, it's only been doing well for the past year or two because I read somewhere that if you put coffee grains, it'll be exactly what they need to have lots of fruits. And you know what? They were right. Lots and lots of fruits. See? And then the next one are a bunch of jade plants, which I really need to trim. Through the years, I've just kind of cut them off and just pluck them back into the ground. That's how easy they are. They do need a little bit of water, but right now in California, or at least in the past few years, we've had a shortage of water. This is my beautiful white peach tree that I've had for about 8 years. And not once have I seen any white peaches, although I've seen a lot of pretty white flowers. Next to us here is the, not sage, but what do I call these now? They are so pretty. They have little pretty flowers, and they'll come to me, but at the same time, they smell really lovely. I just had it in my mind too. And this one right here is the lemon tree. It's a dwarf lemon that has a lot of lemons. I wish I would water them more, but once again, the drought. And so this is as good as it gets. It'll probably get yellow by the end of September. And I want to call these sages, but they're not. And these right here are my white roses that I've recently trimmed. And here's my Canadian leaf tree that I basically cut in half because it was just growing out of control. It was a huge tree that basically was almost as high as that one at this point. And leaves were everywhere. Even though it looked beautiful, it was really sad to see it go, but it's okay because every few weeks it'll grow this round set of leaves that looks really pretty, and I'll let it go for about 2 months before I cut it down again. Otherwise it'll be a funny looking tree. And the idea was I was going to put a birdhouse right on top of it, but I haven't quite found a birdhouse that I like yet. And I've asked my son to create one, but he wouldn't do it, so I guess I'll still have to look for one. And as we move forward, you'll see my nice looking kumquat tree that's actually 10 years old, but never had a kumquat because the soil here, before I even learned about gardening, is not the right one. It's actually has too much clay, even though I did put a lot of coffee grinds, coffee beans, fertilizer, you name it. Too bad you don't see the little purple flowers here. And I have the purple roses and plenty of varieties. Some have bloomed, some haven't bloomed. Some is kind of out of season right now. And the front are full of perennials and succulents. So as I'm walking towards the front of my house, I have this nice kind of fresh forest fragrance. And it's nice because when you have a long day, you could still kind of stop to smell the flowers, maybe even pick up a fruit. Fortunately, the trash bins are not too far away, but if I grow the front landscape dense enough, then we can just use our imagination and not have to think about the fact that we're not in a forest, but we are in a lovely setting. And so that's it for this series, and I'll look forward to showing you more next time. Thank you.